Yo, what's up guys? Hope you are having a beautiful Tuesday out here. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about a really serious topic that you might be going through, or you have been through, or you are just going through emotionally on day-to-day activity. So I wanna let you understand first what is causing this kind of feeling. Number two, what are the three-step ways that we can do to overcome this kind of feeling? And then the third and last thing, I'll be leaving you with a quick exercise that you can implement each and every single day. So if you're feeling depressed, anxious, emotionally heavy, I need you to understand this one thing, which is over here, there is nothing wrong with you. There is something wrong with the pattern that you have been living. And until you understand this pattern, you will keep blaming yourself. But before we start, I want you to do this one exercise with me. Over here, I want you, number one, you're looking at the phone, take a deep breath in, exhale in, a deep one, hold it, breathe it out, keep your chest up, shoulders are down, and another one, hold it, chest is up, shoulders are down, you are in a really great state. Do you feel it? Let's take another one. Take a deep breath in, hold it, and exhale. Just relax. Did you feel it over here? Okay, number one that we're going to be talking about over here is understanding the feeling. So let me flip the board over here. We need to start understanding what is feeling and what is causing it. So you have been feeling this kind of feeling for a really long period of time, and that is how the mind has been programmed in a way that this became your lifestyle and this became the normality. But deep down, you know that this is not real, and you want to feel some certain ways, and you want to feel yourself. So I want you to think over here. I tried to draw a radio station just for you to maybe understand it even more. Think about a radio station. If you're gonna go plug in any type of stations at any time, you are going to feel some certain feeling, or you're going to tune in to some certain music. No matter what time was it, no matter how much effort you put in, no matter what, you are going to tune in that station and the broadcast that it has been broadcasting for a really long time. Now you might be asking, why is that? Because this is the program behind this radio station. And this is exactly how the mind is being programmed, in a way that the more you live in an emotional state on a longer period of time, this becomes your normality. Now I want you to ask yourself these two questions. Before you go into an anxious state, or a depression state, or an emotionally heavy state, before that you were happy, or you've been feeling this some sort of different feeling. Now I want you to ask yourself, what caused this thing? I want you to go back to the pattern before you felt this emotional state. What was your inner dialogue? What were you describing internally, subconsciously? How were you describing the event that had been happening, or what have you been describing to yourself? For an example, maybe as you wake up from the morning, the first thing that is going into your mind, today's going to be busy, I have a huge meeting, I don't know if I'm ready, and so on and so on. What that is going to do for the body and the brain, it's going to go in a survival mode, which is going to affect on the feeling. So it has been a thought, inner dialogue, a thought came in, the movie or the scene. And that's number two I wrote over here is, what is the picture that you are putting into your mind that is making you just hang on this kind of feeling and thought, that the body actually feels this thing and just go into that emotional state, and sometimes you just want to freeze. So the next time you feel in a certain way, or a feeling that you don't want to feel, I want you to understand there is a pattern that is happening before that action or incident happens, or before you feel this kind of feeling. Just watch out. What are you describing into your internal dialogue, and what is the picture that you are picturing inside of your mind. It can be a picture, it can be a movie, it can be a scenario. What are you seeing inside your mind, and how are the feelings being produced? So now the next step that we're going to be doing over here is I'm going to go through 3 ways on how to overcome these 3 things. And here are the 3 steps to actually fix this kind of feeling. Number 1, I want you to change your physiology. So motion is energy in motion. I want you to shift the way that the body is seated. Number 1, put your chest up, drop your shoulders. You're not in a survival mode no more. You're happy, you're free. Inhale and exhale as twice. Why? I have seen a lot of people change their state of mind and the state of feeling just by focusing on the posture that they're at and the way that they breathe. In this way, the more we're going to shift that energy, and that's what we're going to be coming over here, is changing your focus, the more we're going to go from a feeling of survival or depression or anxious about something to a feeling of living. Number 2, change your focus. Now, the things that you are going to focus on, it is going to grow. And that is one thing I believe you have been through, is you're focusing a lot on what is missing. That's why you are living in a survival mode. But you're focusing on the things that is actually happening, and being in your state, you will find yourself being in a state of flowing. You just want to get more and more and more and more done, because now you're in a state of happiness and in a state of flowing, because you're no longer looking at what is missing. You're looking at, okay, this is what I have and how can I improve in a way that it's in a positive thing. So one thing that I want to ask yourself today is, what is one thing that I'm proud that I've done today? What is one thing that I can actually improve on? And maybe if you're going through a lot of difficulties or in a harsh moments, what is God trying to teach me? Is he trying to teach me how to be more patient? Is he trying to teach me how can I get stronger? Is he trying to teach me who I am and what are the characteristics that I have and what am I actually built for? Is he trying to shift my focus on the things that I'm actually working on? Is he trying to path the way? So these are the things that I want to ask yourself, in a way that if you're going through this kind of feelings, ask yourself, what are the things that I need to understand, instead of worry and just go in a state of anxiety, anxiousness, and depression, which is going to leave you being in the same exact position. And lastly, change your meaning. Nothing has a meaning until you give it so. So let me give you an example. I can be looking at this phone and I can see everything that is going wrong with it, and another person that is standing right next to me, he's going to be looking at the same object, same situation, same everything, but he's giving the phone a different kind of meaning. So I want you to ask yourself, what is the meaning that I'm giving through the situation that I'm going through, and change that perspective. Now, this one exercise that I want you to be doing in the next 24 hours. So for the next 24 hours, I want you to watch your inner dialogue. Watch the pattern. What are the things that you are doing subconsciously, internally? That's the most important thing. Internally, that is causing this kind of feeling. Watch it and just write it down. Jot it down. Journal. Number 2, watch your posture. How are you sitting? If you feel defeated, if you're not focusing on putting your chest up, inhaling, focus on your breathing, you will feel some sort of defeated state, and we don't want that. Number 3 is shift your focus. What you're focusing on grows. Instead of thinking about survival, instead of thinking about the things that are missing, think about the things that you have. Be in the state of gratitude, be in the state of flow, and actually ask yourself, okay, this is where I am right now. How can I actually shift my focus in a way? How can I improve to be or to go where I want to go? Once you do that in any certain situation, whether it's currently or setting on a small goals, you're going for a meeting, you're anxious about some deadlines. Once you do all of these 3 things, you're going to see that your perspective Your feelings just changed because you have applied these three things. So that's it for today's video. Hope you had an amazing, knowledgeable things. If you want a deep down, or let's say deep down work, and that's what I do with my people. I mentor people just like you, the people that know deep down they have what it takes. They want to get to that next level, but they have a lot of limitations sometimes. They're going through a lot of feelings, but they're willing on breaking through these limitations, getting past this kind of state, and going to that next level. If you are that, book your first free consultation call. Is going to be just in the link, in the first link in the bio. After you do that, I'll come in contact with you and see how can I help you. So thank you guys for watching. If you have seen this video valuable, drop down in the comments below valuable, or the thing that you felt most valuable about, and I'll be responding for the comments. Thank you guys, and see you in the next video.